So we're 7 days away from our first retreat, and I can't wait. So as promised, I wanted to do 7 videos of preparation before the retreat. I want you guys to come to the retreat ready to go, ready to receive, ready to be a sponge. So before I get into it, I am wearing, I know, shameless plug, I am wearing Royalty by Chosen and Mademoiselle Mackenzie. So it will be there during the retreat. It's a limited quantities and it's exclusive. So you're only going to get it with Madame Mackenzie. So good transitional lipstick for the fall. All right, back to 7 days of preparation. The goal is for you guys to come here ready to go, ready to receive to what God is speaking through his vessels. I see countless of time that when people come to conferences and retreat, you know, there's a lot of pulling. There's a lot of pulling. I don't want pulling. No. You guys, you know, made an investment to come, because I've heard a lot of you guys' testimonies are saying this is where you need to be. God has spoken to you about this. This is confirmation. So there shouldn't be any pulling when you get here. There should be an open heart, a heart of expectancy, ready to receive what God is speaking to you about, ready to receive his word. So first thing first, actually it's 2 words, but I do word of the day. First thing first, I need you to be aware of who you are and be awakened. Not to get too deep into my personal life, because I wanted to give my testimony at the retreat, but skimming the surface, a lot of us, I realize, are walking, sleeping. Not sleeping on people, sleeping on ourselves. We're not aware of how powerful we are. We're not aware of the uniqueness of ourselves. We're not embracing it. So we walk around with our head down, comparing ourselves to one another. And I want you to stop it. I don't want you to come and hear a full good word and then get back in that same cycle like a hamster. No. I want you to wake up. I want you to be aware of the crown that's on your head. I want you to embrace yourself, your flaws, who God called you to be. All right? So the first day, I need you to know who you are. Know who you are. It's one thing that God can give you a vision, but it's a whole nother thing when you understand and you receive it, because you have an understanding of who you are. And understand that God has called you for such a time as this. He called you. He's chosen you. That means with him, you guys can do the impossible. But you need to stop sleeping on yourself. And I need you to stop worrying about people's opinions. I feel like a lot of times when we compare ourselves to another person, it's because we don't know who we are. So I need you to understand who you are. And I have been, I experienced time when I was like a walking zombie. I go to conferences, I go to retreats, I go to church services, lifting my hands and everything. And because, the emotions was running, but then I walk out still confused. Still asking God, what do you call me to do? Get into his presence. Find out who he called you to be. I need you to wake up. You're more than just a pretty face. There's more in you. I need you to tap into it, and I need you to start praying. You guys are coming to this conference, and our team and myself, we're praying, we're fasting for you, but I need you to also pray for yourself to be able to receive what God is telling you. Because God's been speaking, and I'm pretty sure some of the words or some of the messages, some of them are confirmation or words you heard before. So that means he's been talking to you. He's been telling you the same thing. My daughter, I've chosen you. My daughter, I need you to write a book. My daughter, I need you to start a mission. I don't need you to look at her. You don't know her journey. I want you to embrace who you are. Fix that crown on your head. I need you to walk like you're my daughter. Don't let fear, do not let fear put shackles on you. And I say this to my church, my parishioners, my, the members of my church all the time. Like, the enemy, all he needs to do is get into your mind. All he needs you to do is entertain his lies. Because once he has your mind, he handicaps your actions. You become stagnant. You're not moving. You get flustered. You're not praying. You're not going to church. You're not talking to someone or what you're going through because you're like, I'm embarrassed. No, the enemy want to shut your mouth. Open it. Be honest with yourself. Like, go to God. Be honest with yourself. God already knows you. But when you're honest with him, you're showing an act of trust in him. So I need you to wake up and stop sleeping on yourself. And I need you to be aware of your power, the authority that God has given you. So the word of the day is awareness. Be aware. Be aware of who you are. Be aware of what you entertain. Be aware who invades your space. Do an assessment of your circle. Do an assessment. Should you befriend that friend? Like, do an assessment around you. Your habits, what you entertain in your mind. Like, all of these things matters because you entertain them in your spirit. And then we all know that whatever you have done or that you're doing began with a thought. So whatever you think of yourself, your action is going to match that. So it stops today. It stops today. Know who you are. And the only way you know is in his presence. So before the retreat, I don't want people to be pulling, the worship people to be pulling. I want you to be already on guard because you've been going to a lot of conferences and retreat and, the worship leaders pulling. There's no pulling in this retreat. You come because everyone knows they're coming for a reason. You come ready to receive. Ready to receive and ready to act. Vision is receiving it, seeing it, plan it, execute it. So first, we got to be aware of ourselves. Okay, girls? Have a nice day.